Yeah, they're definitely a great defensive team. They were super physical in the way that they switched against some of the flow action that we talk about, zoom action, and so it kind of took us out of what we really wanted to do. And there are definitely a couple stretches there. I think it's not selfishness from the guys, I think, but it's like more, it's not going our way, so we turned to try and be able to make a play to try and get us going a little bit, and kind of got out of what we do offensively normally.
I'm not making an excuse, but how much has just kind of the injuries and the mixing and matching of lineups and rotation, how much does that eventually take its toll on you guys?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's been stepping up. I think that, as much as it has been, difficult, I think it's going to make us better in the long run. I think a lot of everybody's being able to give it a lot of experience and being able to make big plays for us. And I think, when it comes down to it, it'll just add to our depth and make us a more complete team. Thanks.
What were they able to do to kind of take away the 3-point shot from you guys today?
Yeah, they definitely stayed out on shooters, on penetration and things like that. Wanted to make us finish at the rim, but that kind of added to a little bit of what I was getting at with the way that they switched and the way that they were able to be super physical with us. We just weren't really able to get into side ball screen. We weren't really getting many ball screens that we normally try to earn on the side, like open side ball screens. And so I feel like we get an advantage from that and get them behind the play. And then also credit to them, they were making a lot of shots, and we weren't able to get out in transition as much as we would have liked.
Andrew, you went through a time bouncing back from an injury where it was a process of getting back into the normal pace of play. Coach Pope said if there was any positives from the night, it was getting Lamont fully back into pace of play. What does he mean for your team? And then have you said anything to him about that, maybe knocking off the rust per se process?
I think he did a great job tonight for us, and we know he'll continue to do that. He means so much to this team. He's really such a great leader for us, and he sets the tone, and you talk about getting out in transition, like that's a little bit of the pace and the rust that we talk about, is trying to be able to get a better flow of him, getting a rebound and just pushing and things like that to try and, get us in situations where we're playing at our best. I definitely think he was able to, like you said, brush off some rust tonight, and super excited to have him back out there with us.
Andrew, for so long it's when everybody gets back and everybody gets fully healthy, but now that Jackson is not coming back, what does that mean for everybody else?
I think everybody has a mindset of trying to be able to step up and help out whenever, however they possibly can. I think, and they've been able to consistently get better throughout the season. And as tough as it is for Jackson, we all try to be there for him. We know he'd kill and die to be out there with us, and so everybody knows that. Go out there and do it for him too. If not for anything else, like people are going to come in and step up. We're going to be able to go there and do it for Jackson too.
In your mind, what was missing tonight?
I feel like we didn't do a great job of matching their passion and fight. I think so Kelly definitely got it going for them early, and we weren't able to. Their guards also, even all of them, really did a great job of taking advantage offensively. It didn't really just make a stand and take it personal enough, I think, to be able to get stops defensively.
How discouraging was that first 3 minutes or so of the second half, where, obviously you guys have come back from halftime deficits and then come out with the turnovers that not even forced.
Right. Yeah, it definitely is super tough for us. I think, we came in with some adjustments and didn't execute necessarily on the adjustment, and then you have a couple unforced turnovers all in a row. When you feel like you're also getting stops at that time too, and you just, definitely gets to you a little bit, trying to I feel like even the first couple turnovers, they kept adding on and affecting the way that we were playing the next couple of minutes. And you sit down at a timeout, and they only outscored us by 3 points in that time, but it feels a lot different because you feel like you missed opportunity getting a lot of stops and turning the ball over.
With you might have mentioned this earlier, but the 3-point numbers, I think Koby was the only one who made one. Just what were they doing to limit that? And how important is it for you guys to kind of at least get some makes early on? I think it was 1 for 9 in the first half.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, we talk about attempts all the time. We're not always going to make shots, but we definitely need to keep focusing on getting our attempts up. I think I kind of touched on it a little bit, but more about there's just a couple stretches even in the middle end of the first half, and definitely after those turnovers happened for us, in the second half, where wasn't necessarily selfishness, but trying to make that play to spark us to get back going, and not necessarily fully bought into making a play for a teammate and trying to, that's where most of our threes come from. And also credit to, obviously Auburn did a great job of staying out on shooters and trying to make us finish at the rim, for sure. So.
And we've talked about injuries, it seems like for the last 2 or 3 months, but how with the final game at Rupp coming up, and knowing that Jackson will be out. He'll be out there physically, but not on the court. The Carr won't be out there. Yeah. How kind of demoralizing is that, just as a team leader and a fellow senior? Yeah,
definitely. It really just comes from how close we've gotten off the court. I really just feel for them. To be able to take the last step of their career, their college career, and to have some of that cut short is certainly at the tail end of it is certainly devastating for us. We just try to be there for them in any way that we can. We know that they'd kill and die to be out there. We can just hear it in their voice and hear when they're talking to us how much it really means to them. And so, that just even adds to more fight and more passion that we got to carry on in these next couple games.
What did they do defensively to kind of take you guys out? I'm sorry. What did they do defensively to take you guys away from the three, and also the guards not allowing them to really pass much?
Yeah, they did a great job. We had our flow and zoom action that we run to switch super aggressively and start top blocking and try and force us to go back door. And so, definitely got us out of what we necessarily wanted to do, and got frustrated. Kind of all, kind of snowballed a little bit. We got to do a better job of being able to, slow it down and get to us and do what we do a little bit better.
He kind of hit it on it, but obviously Auburn's number one in the country. But what makes him so difficult actually out there on the court tonight?
Yeah, they did a great job executing offensively as well. What they put up 94 points on us, and a big part of that was just executing at a very high pace on their offensive sets and the things that they do. And so, I feel like we didn't make a great adjustments, and we weren't able to execute what we talked about in halftime and things like that that we really wanted to try and be able to do to slow those guards down. And so, credit to them. They really know their strengths and get to there, and when they get going, those guards get going, it's super hard to stop.
And kind of piggybacking off that, what was the game plan going into the game to sort of slow down rookies? You guys did a great job defending them tonight.
That's just it's a credit to Amari, man. He's such a great defender. We know he does a great job of drawing fouls, and for Amari, he took on that challenge and was really able to add that for us. And then the next step was be able to kind of adjust and be able to give a little bit more help for the guards. They're just running off endless screens all night and things like that. So got to try and do a better job, help them out there.
You guys are such a...
Hope said it was one of the bright spots that you were able to finish the game. Obviously that Tennessee game was tough, but it seems like your shot, it'll take a little bit of time for the rust to shake off there. But how do you feel, and how was that shoulder?
Yeah, I feel good right now. Tough game. I think you know, we didn't execute a lot of things that we wanted to. You know, they kind of took a lot of things away, and then we weren't able to get to the next thing, which led to a bunch of turnovers. And then, you know, defensively, we weren't given the effort that we needed to win tonight. So, I mean, I feel good coming out of this game with my shoulder and everything. So, I mean, all we can do is get better from here.
How concerning was it? Like, you guys kind of shut down Janai Broome. He didn't get much inside, but Auburn still scored a ton of points. What was wrong with the perimeter defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think our bigs did a great job of holding him down, making every shot tough for him, every catch tough for him. Guards, I think we just had to. We were getting killed on these screens. We got to fight over those, more. Just be able to contest legally, and just get back in front. I think that was big.
Was it something that Auburn was doing while you guys were able to three-point shooting wasn't so successful for you guys tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think they stayed home on a lot of things, especially when guys drove or myself drove. Like they stayed home on everybody. So usually when we drive and kick, someone helps and you're able to kick out to people. But they stayed home, so they kind of took away the three from us.
Coach Pope just said that Jackson's having surgery on Wednesday, probably won't be back. What kind of pressure does that put on you and the other guys to step up while he's continues to be gone?
Yeah, man, I definitely feel for Jax, praying for his speedy recovery. I think it's tough to be out in the season during this point, but we're a resilient team, and I think it's just a next man up mentality. We're just gonna have to just step up to the plate and bring our A game every day so we can win games.
Do you feel like you're getting closer? I know you're not 100%, but do you feel like you're getting closer back to a groove of how you played before?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm just trying to go out there and win. I think that's all it is.
How are you feeling mentally? Obviously, you got re-injured that shoulder a couple times so far this season. We saw Jackson re-injure his wrist, and now he's done for the year. How does that kind of affect you mentally, and how are you trying to handle all that?
Yeah, I mean, mentally I'm great. It's a blessing to be out here to play, the game I love, and to get healthy so quick, definitely a blessing. So mentally I'm good. I'm definitely feeling for Jackson and praying for him every day. So I'm just thankful to be out there playing.
You guys the last two Saturdays have lost a couple of big games against teams you might see you got in the SEC tournament. So you guys racked up some wins but lost to some big time teams. So how do you guys kind of recalibrate and figure out how to beat those top teams here now that we're in the month of March?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes down to the little things, those small details that we didn't execute tonight, or the last game that we played, or Alabama on Saturday. It's just the little things. I think there's moments where we're right there. If we just get over that hump and continue to do the small details, I think we'll be able to win these games.
Can you talk about Amari? What makes this Auburn team so difficult to guard?
Say it again.
Well, you kind of hit on it. What makes this Auburn team so difficult to guard?
Yeah, I mean they got talent everywhere. I mean I think it starts with Broome at the 5-man spot. He's just physical down there. He kind of just controls everything, runs the offense a little bit, and then they got guards running off screens, and so you kind of just gotta pick your poison. Like, are you gonna help on Broome, or are you gonna just stay home with the shooters? So I think that's what makes it hard to guard, for sure.
You can talk about Amari's production tonight when things weren't going well. He was still giving the energy and doing what needed to be done.
Yeah, I mean Amari's been great all year. I think today just was another day of him being excellent. He was on the glass. Finished some tough finishes. Defensively, he was great. So we're gonna need him to continue that level of play.
What did they do defensively to take you and some of the other guards out in terms of dishing the ball? I mean, have you ever had a game where you've had 0 assists?
I'm not sure, but they stayed home a lot on my drives, I'll say. So it wasn't really much kickouts to other guys. So I mean, they had a good game plan. On everyone's drive, they stayed home. They kind of wanted to take away the 3 from all of us. So they had a good game plan. We just executed what we wanted to.
The mental aspect, there was a lot of stop and go in this game, and there was not a lot of rhythm on your all's part. Did that lead to some of the mental errors on your all's end?
I don't think so. I don't think we can use that as an excuse. We just got to go out there and play to the best of our ability. I think we had some mishaps that we didn't want to have, or too many mishaps, to win this game. Definitely versus a team like Auburn, you can't have too many mistakes like that. So we'll learn from it and we'll be better. Hopefully we can see him again.
What did they do effectively to kind of take the 3 away today? And just how tough is their length to kind of navigate around?
Yeah, I mean, every drive they stayed home on the shooters. They didn't want to give them any, catch and shoots there. And then also they kind of like top blocked every screen and things like that. So that kind of took away a lot.
If you had to give yourself a percentage-wise of how healthy you are, what would you say you're at right now?
I feel like I'm around 85-90%.
Lamont, that thing on that left shoulder, does that hinder your ability to kind of get up off the floor? Does it change your jump shot? Because I know it's heavy, but has it changed anything for you?
I mean, it's a little heavy. It's just on there for protection, honestly, to protect my shoulder from any hits or moving the wrong way. So definitely a little uncomfortable. I'm just getting used to it.
You do a lot of left-handed layups, and you missed a couple today.
Yeah.
I think that maybe is why people are thinking if that is a hindrance.
Yeah, I mean, I think just when I get up there, it kind of restricts it a little bit. So it's protecting my arm. So I'm definitely glad that it's on there to help. But sometimes when I go up for layups, it kind of pulls my arm back a little bit. So I just gotta get used to it and be able to play through it.
Lamont, could you take us through that one play? It looked like you came back in to save the ball. You guys go to a timeout, come back, and you get hit with a flagrant. What happened there?
I think the ref said I hit Chad in the face, during my layup or during my drive, and it's called flagrant.
Okay. Lamont, I know you've probably been asked this already, but what does it mean for this team to lose Jackson for the rest of the season? And how are you guys going to bounce back, and how do you expect everyone to step up?
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough, man. Jackson definitely an important piece to what we do. He's been great all year for us. Definitely, praying for him, praying for his mental. I'm sorry, just praying for his, just his speedy recovery. But I think it's just a next man up mentality now. We have to have everybody's full engagement. We need everybody to step up their game because we're losing such a big piece. So now we just gotta be great in other ways.
In the preseason, Coach Pope said he wanted to get up 30, 35 threes a game. Tonight, you guys were in the low teens, and Jackson wasn't playing. You won't have him the rest of the way. What are you guys going to have to do to make sure you get those threes up to get that pace and that offense going to where you guys want it to be?
Yeah, I think it comes with one, the pace of our offense. Us moving the ball quicker, making harder cuts, finishing hard cuts, and just doing the things that we do. I think we can get it up a lot more. But I think tonight we just had some mishaps that we didn't execute. But we're going to continue to work on that.
Lamont, this team has been really good about responding to adversity to start the second half. But tonight was a little bit different. Why was it?
I can't give you a reason why it was, but I think we just we were a little sloppy. I think we had like 4 straight turnovers, coming out of the half. That's just we just can't have that. That wasn't great. Especially with a team like Auburn, they kind of feed off turnovers, feed off that energy, and I think we just got to be better in that regard.
You talked about Jackson being out for the season, but just as a leader, you of the team, just what's kind of the message to the rest of the guys going into?
Yeah, I mean we're gonna miss Jackson, but he's a leader as well. So his voice has been big, even when he hasn't been playing, and then even now, like this game, his voice was really big on the bench for us in huddles. So my job is just to continue to lean on him, and just use his advice, for me to go out there and lead the guys on the court.
One more home game left for you all this season here in Rupp Arena. What's it been like playing in front of this home crowd all year long?
Man, it's been amazing. It's a dream come true, man. I've always dreamed of since I was younger playing at Kentucky, and to be here and able to live that dream out and have these great battles here at Rupp Arena. It's definitely been a blessing, and I'm just glad I was able to be here.
How demoralizing is it to have so many injuries pop up, whether it was you or Andrew or Jackson now, knowing this is your last rise for so many of you guys, with almost time taken away from so many of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, we expected everybody to be healthy throughout the whole season, but we've just been battling. That's all we can do. We can't use it as an excuse. We got to go out there and go put our best foot forward every day. And I think we've been doing that. We've got to continue to get better.
How difficult has it been to find consistency with that, knowing you never know who's going to be in the lineup or out any given day?
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing with different lineups. You know, it's been weird, and you know, we got to find joy in that. We got to find joy in having other guys step up and play positions that they haven't normally played. I think it's just learning. It's a learning curve for everybody, and it's just another step in the chapter. We just got to continue to get better, and the season comes to an end, so we got to get better fast for sure.
Those games that you were out, did you kind of like learn anything about yourself personally? You know, you're kind of getting a different POV from the bench versus leading the offense. Did anything like stick out during that stretch for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think not playing, you're able to see a lot more when you're not out there on the court, and you get to see different from a different perspective. So I definitely feel like I up my leadership status from that standpoint. It helped me be a lot more vocal as a leader, because I can't go out there and play with you guys, so I have to do a lot more talking and pulling guys to the side. So I think that's really helped me grow.
For you guys playing for a guy that was there for you all year and he played his last college game.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Super big loss for us, obviously, as a team, but more importantly for us, we're just thinking about him. And, he's an amazing human being. So I hate to see him go down like that, and have to play his last game without even knowing it. So recently, and we're just gonna continue to be there for him. He's a super important piece to our team. He's done great things for us, helped us along the way, and he's gonna continue to do that. But most importantly, we just got to be there for him.
How much did you find out about this? What did the team find out about this, I guess? And have you guys had a chance to talk to him individually, personally?
Yeah, I think it was, I believe, yesterday or the day before. It's just, like I said, it's just unfortunate, that's one of our brothers. We don't want to see that happen to nobody. And especially him, being such an important part of our team. It's a big loss. Just got to consider to move forward.
How much does it help the fact that you guys have had to play without him instead of having that injury right now where we're at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think that helps a little bit just because, we have a little bit of experience, being out there without him, but it still doesn't make up for the fact that, that he's not out there with us. Like I said, he's a very important part, but, we're just going to have to make adjustments, and we're going to need a little bit more from everybody now. Just to make up for what we're losing, but I think we have the right team to make it happen.
Koby, what was missing from you guys today?
I think it was just our defense, man, our intensity. I don't think our defensive intensity was where it had to be. Letting their three guards go off the way that they did. I'll put that on us. Us the guards, we got to do a better job, and we will do a better job, most importantly. But yeah, that was the biggest factor in my opinion.
When they're hitting tough shots and you guys aren't hitting shots, can that kind of build over time?
I mean, yeah, it's kind of impossible to win a game like that. So yeah, we got to be able to defend at a high level and stay true to ourselves offensively. I feel like today we were a little bit uncharacteristic, just with the how we were handling the ball, and got a couple turnovers in the first half and to start the second half, and that was kind of the turning point. It was kind of hard to climb back against a team like that, so just got to do a better job of being us.
The stop and go flow of this game on both sides, but it seemed to take a mental toll on you guys, unforced errors and just things that, especially at the start of that second half.
Yeah, I think we're a team that just thrives off of playing fast, and our thrust and trying to get out and going and playing, and the game, it felt like we couldn't really get in the rhythm. It kept stopping a lot. A lot of it was on us. But, we just got to find ways to be able to adjust and still be effective, no matter how the game is going. I feel like there was a lot of times where we could have bounced back from certain things, and we just did a poor job today, but we'll be better.
What did they do defensively? Because the guards only had 3 assists today, and Amari had 6, 7, whatever. But did they do something out front?
Yeah, they did a good job of just kind of taking away our catches. It was kind of hard to just simply get a catch, and they did a really good job of that. And you know, once you do that, it kind of makes our offense a little harder. They were on us, man. They were on us, and they did a really good job of that. They kind of let Amari, you know, stay in the middle of the floor with everybody else, you know, kind of taking away the guards, and you know, it's kind of hard to run our offense like that.
Koby, you talked about coming out of the second half and just kind of those uncharacteristic turnovers that you had 4 in like 1 minute. Just kind of what you all have been good all season coming out of the second half. What was different about tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what it was. I think in an unselfish way, maybe I think we were just all, you know, trying to get a spark going. And you know, I know we have a whole bunch of players on this team that are able to do that. And sometimes, you know, we want to go out and do it on our own. And maybe that's not the best thing for us, but you know, everybody was doing it in an unselfish way. You know, even myself, I remember having a turnover, and I'm just trying to, you know, get the team going. But you know, it's part of the game. It's not something that we do often, but when we do, you know, we got to be able to bounce back.
I mean, only 4 main threes on the day as a team. What was Auburn doing, or was it something you guys probably weren't doing that? You guys weren't able to shoot as many threes and probably make
Yeah, they were doing a good job of taking away the 3-point line. You know, like there was a lot of pressure on the guards, you know, on the 3-point line, and they weren't, you know, giving us any space, not really making it comfortable for us in any way. I think that's just a place where we have to grow, and you know, now with Jax being out, which is, you know, obviously a big shooter for us, you know, we need somebody else to, you know, kind of to come and give us a little spark as well. But just got to do a better job of, you know, seeing what they're doing and adjusting to it. And I know that we can do it, so I think we'll be fine.
How bummed out are you guys for Jackson now that he's out for the year?
I keep saying, man, it's super unfortunate. Just, you know, nobody wants to see somebody go down like that, especially somebody like him. He's obviously one of our brothers, and you know, we're a family, so it hurts, you know, kind of seeing that and understanding what he has to go through. I kind of had to go through something similar, so I know what it feels like. And you know, I think right now the best thing we can do is just be there for him. You know, it's tough times for everybody right now coming off a loss, but we know that we got to be there for him a little bit more.
Auburn, what makes them so hard to go on the court?
Man, they got a lot of guys that can do like a lot. Like obviously, they have, you know, maybe the player of the year in Janai Broom, but they also have these guards that are killers, you know, so you kind of got to pick your poison a little bit. They can they spread the floor, they run really good actions, and, you know, they run their sets really fast. So when you have guys coming out there and shooting the way that they did, it's almost like really, really hard to guard.
The last 2 Saturdays, you guys have lost to a couple of really good teams, but teams that you're going to have to beat in March, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now that March is here, you know, you're missing a guy. What are you guys going to have to do to recalibrate and win these type of games?
Yeah, we just next man up, you know, somebody else has to step up now, and it might even be just the guys playing, you know, that, you know, got to be ready to bring more to the team, you know, so just got to try to make up for the loss that, you know, that we have now, and just continue to work. You know, we know that we have a team that's more than capable of winning games in March, and you know, we just got to keep going. I think we'll be fine.
What else do you feel like you guys haven't done well enough to win these games?
Our defensive intensity. I think it all comes down to that for us. I know that we're a team that's really good offensively, but I feel like we thrive off of our defense, and when we guard the ball really well, we give ourselves a chance to win any game. So I think just got to do a better job in that area.
Appreciate it.
Was there anything that was actually